Well, I've had a hell of a week. This is just from sort of yesterday. I had a hell of a day yesterday, and I'll just show you what I've been up to. So yeah, it's been a hell of a week actually, to be honest. But let's see what I've been up to. It's unbelievable really how much you have to do. So I was going to do a picture-in-picture here, but it's not going to work out with the screen resolution. So what you're looking at there is oxygen sensor values. This car is actually running too lean. Now it runs stoichiometric usually, but it also runs stratified, which means non-homogeneous, because it's one of those BMW lean burn engines. So what I'm doing is, you'll see in the next part of this blog update, I'm going to feed some butane, and that's what I'm actually doing. You see the values there on the bank 1, bank 2 before cap values, and also after cap, once it's processed the gas charge, you'll see that the butane will drop the voltage, and as the voltage drops, of course, it's richening the mixture, because obviously it's sensing the butane and it's burning butane. So obviously you've got there where it's dropping, and you've got an increase in hydrocarbons. Then you see that's the opposite of what was happening with this car. And I'm just testing the sensors, how good they are and how fast they can respond, and in this case they were absolutely fine. So here we are, the previous video. Well, part of the video. This is what I'm doing. I'm feeding raw butane into the air intake through the filter, just to test the readiness of the sensors and how good they're switching. And as I said, they were okay. On to the next job. Same old story. It's genius. This is the most genius thing I've ever seen in my life. So obviously the compressor's broken at some point. They've cut the pipes off there, but they've made this absolutely, I'm quite impressed actually. This genius T-piece. So you manually inflate the airbags with a bicycle pump or a car pump, whatever. It's pretty clever, but it's dangerous because it won't, the car can't adapt to the road conditions, and really you need that with a suspension, especially if you load the trunk. And as usual, it's been traded in, car place doesn't know, then they resell it, and then all the problems surface. So SCR system is, I'm guessing this is probably completely faulty. It's going to be thousands of euros to fix this. So yeah. So we'll need SCR unit, SCR reprogram, DDE reprogramming, then need pipes and a new compressor, and really. And what's the bags like? And the bags look really bad as well, so I'm going to now leak test the bags, because they look like absolutely knackered. Yeah, the bags are gone as well, so it'll need bags as well. And this is what's meeting me underneath. This is what we have to put up with in this industry. There's about 10 kilos of dirt and sand in there. Oh, let's check these bags. Oh, well, we've got another one here, classic example. DSC warning lights on, suspension limited, EDC suspension system. As you can see, it's got EDC. Brake warning, but funnily enough, no fluid level warning. And it's the same old story on these, and I'll show you exactly what it is. F25 X3, dead easy. So there you are. Basically, so don't waste your time troubleshooting anything. You just go straight to that. Look how it's full of water and swollen internally. Yeah. So that's the issue. Not so much external, but internal. So if you've got DSC warnings on an F25 and you're not sure what the hell it could be, check your wiring harness. It's not got fluid inside it. That'll all be corroded. That. Everything, steering rack, everything gets affected by it. Brake system. It's a typical Tuesday afternoon, basically. I've no idea where people are buying fuel from. Check it out. Here we go. Sandy wandy everywhere. This is what's been causing our Shabula Jackson and our gauge to be stuttering away like hell. Look at the state of it, Jesus Christ. Bad that, isn't it? And our last one, what we ended up doing yesterday, was evaporator temperature. The evaporator's freezing in the air conditioning, and it's very cold, but it gets so cold it stops working. And that was, I hope, just a case of programming, a retrofitting, a conversion. So there you go, that's how many jobs you can have as a fault finder. And if you can do all that in one day, then you'll be okay on BMW. If you can't do that in one day, I can probably help you and teach you how to do it in one day by watching my YouTube channel and picking up some tips. But if you can handle that workload and getting the job right first time fix, then you'll be a good fault finder. If you can't handle that, and that's not really that much of a workload for me, but I can do 4 or 5 jobs in a day. So what did we do? We found evaporator temperature problem due to conversion by raising the temperature, because we checked that the housing wasn't the wrong type. There's a specific angle you need to check. The air conditioning didn't work in this car originally. We had a hell of a problem with it. So hopefully that'll fix that one. Then we had the X3 F25 with DSC warning and flex ray problems and everything like that, because the suspension also wasn't working. That was water in the wiring harness, or washer fluid from a leaking internal sensors. That needs a new wiring harness. Found that in about half an hour. Then we had obviously the fuel problem with the flickering gauge with the damaged pressure regulator. We didn't know, but we found contamination. We got the right part with that one. New fuel, clean the tank out, new pressure regulator, new pump, new elements, etc. And obviously we had the problem with the oxygen sensor, which wasn't the oxygen sensor, but it turned out to be a slight leak in the exhaust. But the overreaching main problem with that car, when I'd done quite a lot of checks and everything like that, was the NOx sensor was faulty at the back of the car. That's easy to diagnose. I didn't put that in the video, but I changed the NOx sensor. I just chucked it away this morning, because on them cars they run lean, lambda 2.5, 2.8, 3 sometimes. So they don't use the oxygen sensors when they're in that mode. They use the NOx sensor as feedback to regulate the fueling. Well, if you don't have that, it'll run homogeneous, which means basically lambda 1. 14.7 to 1 air fuel ratio, and they do that as a fail-safe, so they just run like a normal car. But I guess when he went to the MOT inspection, it was probably kind of half working, half not, and it was running just too lean, too much oxygen in the exhaust, because it can't regulate the fueling, so it's running super lean, more oxygen, less fuel, less hydrocarbon. So I hope you enjoyed my blog. Keep subscribing, it's building up slowly, the old YouTube channel. I'll teach you a lot, especially with BMW. I've got 30 years experience, so I'm always learning myself, but I'll teach as well, and I hope you all enjoy what I do. See you next time.